Alright guys, what's going on? We're back with another video. This one's going to be pretty short. This is a live trade right now. Uh so overall, I'll just get straight to it. This morning we've been very bullish at 9:30. Market open, price rallied crazy, almost about 100 points. Waited for 10 o'clock news. We had I'm not sure what the news was, but I think it was just some basic news driver, nothing too crazy. It is Monday. That was at 10 a.m. Dropped. Didn't give much volatility. Price ended up chopping a bit for probably about 20 minutes. Uh, we've just been sitting, waiting, watching price rally, and then at this point in time, lunch hour, right? Price decided to come down, um, filling this imbalance, but did so in a very choppy way, right? So a lot of balanced priced action. My entry was basically this 15-minute right imbalance. I wanted to see liquidity swept and then prices rally afterwards. Right now we are sitting in this 15-minute fair value gap that I don't necessarily like, but as long as price stays above this higher time frame level, I call it a level simply because this candle respects, and then respecting. It's just a balanced price level. So if price wanted to continue being bullish, then I would want to see the candles stay above that, and we did get a very strong close. So I'm not too worried about this coming down. It is a possibility if we do want to reach a higher or I should say a lower liquidity, right? So instead of this point, it would actually be this point that we're trying to seek, right? And let me get rid of this line. I don't know what that is. So going into the 15-second time frame, where we took our entry, basically, it was not off of any fair value gap. I kind of just wanted to throw this in since this is on a evaluation account, not my funded. Um, Basically saw it go up. Entered about somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. Saw this fair value gap, order block. Price came in, tapped the order block, rejected. You saw that move, right? Clean tap, rejected off of it. Created another 1 minute fair value gap. Price tapped into it, rejected off of it, made an inverse, tapped around the inverse, came back down to this fair value gap. Bodies closed above that encroachment line, rallied, and then came back down. This move, ever since here, has told me that we are going to be accumulating for quite a while. I don't like that, especially if we have this fair value gap here. I would want to see price distribute at least above here and hold above that. But the fact that we're below it in this range, it's kind of awful. So um, I may close the trade early, but I am targeting just go to 1 minute. So our entries over here, right? I was targeting 50 handles. So from here, 50, right? So that high initially. That is my target, especially if we're going to continue being bullish, right? That's the whole idea, that we are bullish for today's market. Um, we could show the whole chart from 9. So this would be the 9:30 open, right? Price expanded, chopped up, right? Chopped for the entire early morning, and then rallied. Price came down, swept this liquidity, and now I'm expecting prices to rally at least to above this level, right? That's how I'm expecting us to end the day. Uh, we could target this if at the end of the day, price action wanted this whole move, and then all of this was just accumulation orders, and price just wants to come in, sweep that, and then end the day, right? That could be a possibility. What helps me frame my trades, honestly, too, um is just adding more confluences as price decides to rally or sell off, right? You want to find more reasons and see that price is respecting your levels. So we have this fair value gap, right? But you see how it's just been violated the whole entire time on a 15-second time frame. So on the 15-second time frame, it's not clean price action like we had here. So that tells me that we want to accumulate here, at least on a higher time frame. And if that's so, then do we have anything that can conflict with our bias, right? We don't want this uh, price action to become balanced price for it to drop, and then this becomes resistance, so that we don't go bullish no more. One thing I want to point out real quick is we have this weekly imbalance right here, as you can see, right? But today we just ripped out the bag, right? We did not come back to fill that imbalance whatsoever. So what that told me was this month is going to be one crazy rally. One crazy rally. If you have any opportunity to go long after London has so imagine this. You open the chart during London session, we had a very large rally. But coming into London session, we had that very, very nice sell below the start of London, meaning we swept London's liquidity for the people that went long. Right? So I'll say it again. Imagine it. You're opening the chart and you see London session with a nice rally. If around 8:30 we swept the bottom of that rally during London, 9 times out of 10 we will get that same exact run, but slightly larger than London at 10 a.m. or 9, from 9 to 10. So that 1 hour should be the time that you're planning to execute a long position, especially in this month, because I'm very, very, very bullish until we pass that point and fill that gap. So we got that nice push up. Let me look at the position right now. So the position is up $1,000 right now. Our entry point was 183. So I'll just draw it out. Long at 183.50. We are targeting 50 handles. Extend it out. We are halfway there, boys. Halfway there. We have zero risk on this now. To me, this is the most balanced price action, so I'd like to keep my stop right below that fair value gap. That's my stop. So I'll draw this line out. The red will represent my stop loss. Okay, so we'll just write stop loss as well on it. Okay. This would be $2,000 if it completes the whole range. So yeah, not much to say other than just waiting for this to play out. Right now we are sweeping this liquidity, right? And let's go to a 1 minute time frame. So when I'm looking for my targets, right, I'm usually using the 1 minute time frame because to me it seems the simplest, and price usually does follow the 1 minute time frame. So because this is the first candle wick that speaks out to me, yes, we swept this liquidity, but I mean, we're still bouncing around in this level, so uh, this liquidity also is not, and when I say liquidity, I'm referring to this high point, right? Because liquidity is sitting above and below these wicks at every wick. Okay, you don't have to necessarily believe that how I believe that, but every wick has liquidity resting above and below it. So this price sticks out to me a lot since it was what swept this liquidity and then gave us that sell, right? To that turtle soup where price wants to come back to that level. Unless we leave relative equal highs and reverse and come back down to sell. I might move my stop to here because this fair value gap would have to get respected, in my opinion, if we're going to continue. I would not like to see price dip down into these areas simply because it's just you've moved up already, so why come down? You know, we're gonna move this there. I'll actually move this back. I just wanted to move this out real quick to show this was a 15-second fair value gap, and look at how the bodies respected that area. Interesting. Yet we came down into that 1 minute fair value gap and then distributed higher. Right. So we want to see this left open. We want to see how this gets tapped. We may take a partial, but I do not like partials. So if we can close very cleanly above this, that would be very much appreciated, and that would be way better for me to continue holding long. So that was TP1, right? That would have been 30 handles. So we are going to take, I really don't want to. I think I'll just move my stop. And I'm moving my stop to this point right here. So because we got that close below it, I am going to take a partial because I don't like that close. My ideology is when we get candles that close below like that, that shows bearish behavior, right? Just how like we got this because our close was above it. Oh, if that shit can move. Because this close was below it, I should say. We got that bullish behavior because we lost that bearish behavior, right? This tap, we didn't even come into it yet, but we rejected off of it. If we had came into it and closed out of here, then I wouldn't have probably taken this trade. But because we came back down, had that close, 15-minute, just aligned with what I was thinking, and so be it. So we ended up getting that close over it with the body candle. I have not taken my partial, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so we just took our partial. It was for about, I think, $600. Now this is a valuation account, so I'm not, I don't care too much, but I do want to pass this account as soon as possible. So it seems like if this does reach this level, then potentially we could still pass this account in this trade. I only had 2 contracts on this trade, so we'll see how this goes. You know what? We may just close the trade entirely because right now it's 500 away, so I'd rather come back tomorrow, make 500, and then call it a day. So we closed our positions here at this level. 30 handles trade, right? With 2 mini contracts. We'll go into the 5-second time frame because this is how we do our entries. Just gonna run through it again. We've been bullish this whole entire day. I was looking for longs. This is the first trade of the day at 2:30. In the middle of PM session, we had price come down since lunch into a 15-minute turtle soup to then create a fair value gap, order block, respect, rally to my higher time frame key level, which is this line at 21 194.25. That was my higher time frame key level. Price completely closed right over it. That was, and ended off giving me a strong leg. Came back down to this fair value gap. I saw that price cleanly tapped, so I completely respected and wanted this point to be my stop loss. We had this inverse 15-second fair value gap. Price kind of respected it, but wanted to draw back to this 1-minute fair value gap. Price then rallied, made this fair value gap on a 15-second time frame, disrespected it, but continued to rally till we hit that liquidity sweep right here. Took all profits and ended the trade. And yeah, that was just a recap. Hope you enjoyed. I've noticed a couple things about my trading strategy, which is I am a turtle soup enthusiast. So it seems like all my entries and all my trades involve turtle soup. So now I think now I'm going to back test a lot more because I don't like back testing. I like and I prefer live price action since it's live. It moves more fluidly versus back testing, as well as you get to see already in hindsight where price is going. So I just gotta figure out my model more and see how it could play. But yeah, now I'm just rambling. I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. If there's any questions about anything regarding my model or price action or any concerns or questions about trading in general, feel free to ask or leave them in the comments. I'll answer them as soon as I can. I will leave this noting that I am glad I took my profits because this probably will continue to just chop in this area. With that, folks, this will be it. Thanks for watching.